Welcome to another episode of MICJAM FAM FLIPPERS. It's Tuesday, and if you're not familiar with the show, what I do Monday through Friday is hit up all the thrift stores, Goodwills, and anything in this area where I can actually purchase stuff cheap and sell and flip for good money. Saturdays and Sundays sometimes I go to, even Fridays, I go to yard sales and garage sales. Today I am actually finished up at the thrift store, and let me show you what I picked up. The first thing I picked up was this, and I usually don't pick up these items unless I really know if they're going to be worth some money or if I get them on the cheap end of sales. This was $1.99, and this is a Build-A-Bear, and this one is a heart, a pink with white hearts all over it. And I did a comp on that, and that was $15 to $20 for those used. So I'll probably make about, let's say 12 to 15 bucks off of that one. The next item I got was this Ouija board. Alrighty then. I won't be summoning any demons or anything like that. Maybe I'll summon some better sales, or sales like I had last week, because I had a really good week in sales. Maybe that's something to look into, but no, I won't do that. But this one actually glows in the dark. And I have never seen that one, and I believe it's from the 90s. And I paid like, I think it was $3 for that thing, so we'll see how much it goes for. I mean, put it in my horror room with some of my other collectibles. We'll see. Anyway, and the last thing I got was this shirt. And if you've ever gone to a Spencer's store around Halloween, and sometimes not even Halloween, just, you know, during certain times of the year, they have Stephen Rhodes shirts. And Stephen Rhodes pretty much does some really funny artwork with some of the classic horror related urban legends or movies. So this one, as you can see, is kind of like Jaws related, and this was $2.99, but these shirts sell anywhere from like 12 to 15 bucks, and it looks almost brand new. I mean, it doesn't even look like it's been used. So I might just go ahead and let me show you real fast the tag. I might just go ahead and sell this one for like 14, see what I can get at, maybe make $10 off of it. It is a size medium though, so it might sit a little bit longer than normal. If it was a large, extra large, they seem to sell a lot faster. But that was it for today. The Ouija board was something that was kind of interesting seeing up on that shelf. I'm like, whoa, I haven't seen one of these in a while. And it glows. So I'll go ahead and open that up when I get home and make sure all the parts are there. And then I'll give you an update on that probably tomorrow. This weekend is the yard sale across Florida, so I'm so excited about that. Hopefully it doesn't rain. And then my wife wants to have, it's hot out here too, I'm sweating, and so my wife wants to have like a yard sale on Friday, and Saturday I'll be hitting some yard sales while she has a yard sale then too. So I'll be making money and spending money, so go figure. Anyway, that's it for today. Good morning, it's Friday, and I'm on my way to a box bin yard sale. Today is also the first day of yard sale across Florida. I'm probably going to hit this yard sale like I always do on Friday. They didn't have it last Friday. They were away, so this Friday, well today, they're having it. And I got a chance last night to look at some of the previews for some of the things that they're having today, and I didn't really see anything crazy that stood out. But then again, the video, or actually the pictures, were kind of blurry and not too much that I can make out. So who knows? Every time I go there, it's something different. So let's hope that they have a lot of cool stuff there today. If not, once I leave here, go back home, I'm going to pick up the wife, and we are going to go to a bunch of places that are in the yard sale across Florida. So I'll take my camera with me, hopefully, and if I can't film it, I'll at least be able to show you what I picked up at those yard sales. So I'm super excited. Hopefully we'll find some cool stuff, and if we do, I'll show it to you. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. I am back from that yard sale across Florida, the first day, and I got a lot of cool stuff. Let me go ahead and show you what I got, and then I'll tell you what I spent on everything. The first thing I picked up when I did go to this place, the very first place I went to, after I went to the box bin yard sale, this guy had a ton of different like military related stuff, but he did have these hats, $5 each. Some of them were in great condition, like this one. Some of them were in okay condition, and this is from, I'm not sure what year it's from, That's what the inside looks like. And I almost didn't pick them up just because I'm not too familiar with the military caps. I did a little bit of research when I went back to the car, and I seen one that was made in with the Luxembourg tag that went for $55. Now, it was a Air Force hat, but the problem was the one, it looked exactly like the Air Force hat in the picture. The only difference was it had Luxembourg on it. And when I went back and looked at it, it was a different name on the inside. So I didn't want to take a chance on that, but I did find this one. And I'll have to see how much this goes for online. I got those two. I also grabbed from there this hat. I don't really care about the hat itself. I'm going to throw the hat out, but I want the pins that are on the hat. So I'm going to grab those off there and sell them each individually. Here's a SeaWorld one right here. There's a Warner Brothers San Francisco one right there. But there's all kinds of different ones on here. I believe there might be another Disney one on there. There's a Coca-Cola one. A bunch of different things, but I only paid $1 for that. The next thing I grabbed was, and I'm glad I did grab these, and I actually went back and grabbed more. This was a different spot. There was a guy selling like all kinds of stuff from his storage units. So I was going through, he had a bunch of box of toys, but do not sleep on any of these Ben 10 figures because some of them are worth a lot of money. But I found some old, I don't know if it's an old Power Ranger, it might be. Found that. I think this is also Ben 10. Got that. And I grabbed this. Now that was from the first time I went there. He did have, it was crazy, he had that old Pokemon DS game. I believe it was gold and silver, I'm not sure, but I said, oh man, I'm sure it's worth some money. And when I went up to open it up, there was no game inside, so I was like, oh man, you don't have the game. He was selling the games $3 each. So I said, do you have the game? He's like, nah, I don't have the game, but let me just go ahead and get rid of this. And he put the case in where I was like, oh, I could have sold the case by itself, but oh well. Anyway, that was the first trip to that guy. The second trip, I went back and looked through his little toy bin. He had this in there. This was in the 50-cent bin, and this is for the DS. I believe this was the Pokemon Go counter. So I don't know how much that's going for. I got to make sure it works. If it works, maybe I'll make 10-15 bucks off of it. Excuse me. There's another Ben 10 figure. Another Ben 10 figure. Now I did comp this, and this one was going for like 10 bucks. So we'll see what happens with that. And then I comped this one, and this one was going for 9 bucks. I also grabbed this little guy. That's not from Ben 10. It's some kind of figure. I don't know if it's Imaginext or not, but looks like the water in the head is kind of, I don't know if it's evaporating or what, but I believe it's has something to do with the planet Neptune. I'm not sure when I looked it up, but I didn't get a chance to check the comps on it because the phone died before I really had a chance to check the comps on that one. I also grabbed, if I can get it out of the bag, this. I'm not sure if it's from Ben 10 or not. I'll have to check and see if it is. And the other two things I grabbed from that place was, these were still sealed. The Lego Chima cards. And that was pretty much it from that place. Whoop. So dropping my figures everywhere. The next thing I got was, I had went to this lady who was across from him, and she was selling like all kinds of figures and everything, and I was like, toys. And I said, well, how much do you want for those bag of toys? And she said $10 for both bags. Now, both bags are actually on the floor here. I had to pull them up. But you can imagine it's packed full of all kinds of stuff. I'm not sure exactly what's in these bags, but one thing did catch my eye in this other bag here. Oh goodness. And it was a anime figure. That was in the bag. But there's all kinds of like kids' toys in there. I'll have to go through and see exactly what's in there and see how much I'll make. Maybe there's some really good stuff in here. I did also stop at another yard sale, and there was a guy there that had he was just spread out all over the place. I mean, it's hard to say what he had because it was just junk everywhere. But oh, let me cut back before I even get into this guy. So the lady had the 2 for $10 toys. I said, how much was this? And she said $2 for this too, this bag of toys. But I did notice when I was looking through there, I believe that's an old Voltron toy right there. But it's got all kinds of stuff in this bag. I'll have to open it up, take a look inside, see what's in there. But back to the guy who had all kinds of stuff all over his yard. He did have this. Now this is missing the little handle part to actually play it, so I have to see if I can find that online. But I bought that, and he also had some other items. He had, I believe this is the old from the 90s Mardi Gras beads, and they're actually really good, and it's good quality. So I'll see how much I can sell this for. And he also had some baseball gloves, which I haven't had a chance to price yet. Let's see how much they're worth. But this is a Wilson black glove, A500, and it's in really good shape. And then he's got an Easton, and Easton usually has pretty good gloves price wise. Well, I'll have to see how much those things are going for. And the last thing that I did get from the yard sales today, well, actually it's the box bin sale. That's what I did first today. Was when I went there, I grabbed, here's the first thing I got. It's actually a picture frame, digital picture frame. Comes with a little case. I got this, I believe it's from Avatar, and it's a little scraped up, but I believe it might have been a Disney Store exclusive. So I got that. I also grabbed, they had this, and I believe this is from last year, but it still makes noises. And I might be able to sell this for $5 or $10. There was also some little guys, and they also had, let's see if I can pull them out. This, I'm not sure what this is. I don't know if this is a transformer. It's not an old transformer, but I don't know what the heck it is. I have to look it up and see. And this is definitely a transformer, but it's the I believe the Playmates transformers. But I bought a bunch of different types of these. I can't remember the exact name of it, but they do sell. And I also got something to drive my kids crazy, but I'm going to sell it. It's an old metronome. And I believe this was going for 15 or 20 bucks. Alrighty then. Good morning. It's Friday morning. I'm heading over to the box bin yard sale. It's awful foggy out. And usually around this time, the sun's coming up and it's pretty nice out. But right now, it's just sun slowly taking its time coming up. But hopefully I can see everything over there in the box bins outside the fence before we get going inside. There's a few things inside that I did see last night in some of the pictures. There's a Xbox, I think it's called the Explorer guitar. Can't think this morning. Anyway, it's a Xbox for Rock Band guitar, and that usually sells for about 60 to 70 bucks. So hopefully I can pick that up this morning before anybody else gets it. But anyway, I'm heading over there now. It's dark. You might not be able to see me, but you can hear me. And let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, I am back from the box bin yard sales, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint today. Today was probably one of the best days I had in a long time. Let me go ahead and show you what I got, and then I will tell you how much I made, or paid for it, sorry. I'll tell you how much I made in a week or two on the videos. Anyway, the first thing I got was this Fisher-Price Rescue Heroes motorcycle. Now this won't go for much, maybe $5, $10. I do have some Rescue Hero toys in there, so I might slot them up. This thing is heavy, so you're going to be paying for shipping for this because it's not light at all. The next thing I got were, and one of the reasons why I went there, I'll set it up for you. There was a lot of old stuff there today, not on the outside, but on the inside. But the things I found on the outside are definitely, two things are definitely worth getting up early this morning and going. But this is, I believe it's called the Explorer, And this is a Xbox control or guitar for Guitar Hero or Rock Band. I think it's Guitar Hero. But the only problem with it is you can see right there, the cord is messed up. Now, I know there's some YouTube videos that show how to take them apart and replace them and everything, so I'll probably do that. The other thing was this guitar. Now, there is one thing wrong with this guitar, and it's missing the back piece right here, which isn't too bad because what I'll do is I've got a couple of older guitars like this that are in worse shape. I'll just take the battery piece off and put it on that one. The next thing I got were these Nike Ladies 8.5 shoes. Now, when I comped these online, they recently sold for 115 bucks, which is awesome. So they're a little dirty. I'll clean them up. I'll probably try to sell them for like 80 bucks. And the next thing that I bought was these two Microsoft. Now, some of you who are old as me will remember MS-DOS. That was probably one of my favorite operating systems outside of Windows 98. But these are old, and these are flight simulator discs for different countries, different states, just a whole bunch of different things that you plugged in, and then you would have like that whole area to explore. But anyway, this is the Caribbean, and this is still in package, and this is New York, and ironically and unfortunately, the trade towers are still, the World Trade Center is still, they're in this version. We just, 20 years has gone by. It's crazy how fast it went by, but I still can remember like it was yesterday. So it was sad all around. But anyway, those two I'll probably sell for like 35 bucks, maybe 40 bucks. We'll see. The next thing I got is, you all probably remember this if you like South Park. This is a vintage, oh my God, they killed Kenny hat. And there's the, if you could see it, it should say Comedy Central, I believe. Yeah. And there's the front of it. There was a new one with tags that sold for 25, so I'll probably sell for 15. And then there was this Tonka truck. Now, I don't know if it's from the 80s or 70s. I'm not sure. When I did comp it, they didn't have anything like this. They did have a Tonka truck, but it was red. And that came, cabin trailer came to, it was like 120 bucks. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll sell this for 40 or 50 bucks. We'll see. The next thing I grabbed was a couple of these outside of the fence where they have all the big box bins. This is a Civil War handbook. I don't know how much this is. I didn't comp it. And then there's the Farm Show magazine, 30-year anniversary edition. I have no clue what this goes for, but I thought it was interesting. Picked it up. It's in pretty decent shape. I saved the best, the last two, for last, because they were my best scores. The Cats. This is a Cats original Broadway magazine, or book that you got when you went. And the only problem was it was damp this morning. There was a lot of dew all over everything. And this was like the first thing I saw sitting on top. So it's not in the best shape. So I'll let it, it's not wet, but it's kind of flimsy. I'll let it dry out and we'll see what we can get for it. The next thing I got was, I haven't even comped this yet. This 2-A-Days, MTV 2-A-Days DVD set. I also grabbed a United States Army Training Center armor. This is either from the 60s or 50s. I'm not sure. It's pretty old, so. And before I get to the last thing that I grabbed, I also grabbed a Game.com by Tiger, if you remember this. Now, it's got, I believe, 2 games in there. Now, it's not missing the backplate. I do have the backplate over here, but I took the batteries out, and as you can see, it needs some cleaning. It definitely needs cleaning. It's got battery acid on, or just overall, all kinds of stuff that needs to be cleaned off here. I'll get it nice and cleaned up. And they sell probably like 25, 30 bucks. I'll probably just take the games out and sell them separately. So I should get about 10 or 15 bucks off them. But today, my biggest, and I look for these all the time, but my biggest score that I've had at this place is right here. George Magazine is no joke. If you find these, certain ones go for a lot of money. This one right here goes for $299. One just sold for $279, the other one sold for $299. But I didn't find just one, I found 2 of the same issue. Now that was a score. I couldn't believe that I found these. I have looked for these all over the place, and I was hoping for a day like today to find something to find these, because they are hard to come by. I know there's one that sells for like $1,700, and I can't remember. I know the cover. I just can't remember who's on the cover. But like I said, that one's just sold recently for $2.99. So I'm at a standstill. I don't know if I want to sell them both together for maybe $500, or just try my luck and sell them for $2.99 each, or maybe $2.79. Even if I sell them for $2.50 each, and then that's a heck of a profit. Today I only paid $9 for everything. So if you add all this up here today, and if this all sells the way I want it to sell, we're going to say we're probably going to make about $800 or $900 off of just this little bit right here of stuff. So it was definitely one of my best days in a long time. And I love going to these. And there's going to be 3 more of these this week at the same place. So I'm excited. There's a lot of money to be made. That's it for today, though. We'll see you later.
Let's go over some items that sold on eBay this week. The first item I sold was this Mask Rider Kamen Rider Sega CD from '94. It was from my personal collection. It did have a crack in the case, and I sold it for $30. I made about a $23 profit off of this. This next item up is my hot seller of the week. I had purchased this SeaWorld Shamu pin along with about 8 other pins on a yellow hat that I got at the yard sale across Florida. And the guy wanted, I believe, $2 for it. But anyway, back to this specific pin. I had listed it for $19.99 with, I think, a 7-day auction on it. And I had, within a matter of 20 or 30 minutes, someone came in with a $25 offer. Then another person came in with a $40 offer. And this guy specifically came in with a $55 offer. So I went ahead and took it. So this was all pure profit, and I was very happy with the sale on this. The next item up was this Air Jordan 60 Plus black and white shoe. This shoe, I believe I paid maybe $6 or $7 for. I don't know. I've had it listed for a little while, but I don't believe I paid more than $7 for it. And I sold it for $35 with free shipping. I believe I only made about $15 profit off of this. This was another great item that I had purchased at that yard sale across Florida. I had bought this in a quarter box. This guy had a bunch of toys, and he had various prices on them, but somehow this managed to end up in a quarter box, and I don't think he knew what he had. But anyway, this was a Pokewalker accessory for the Nintendo DS, and I put a new battery in it, tested it, everything worked, and I sold it for $40. So I made probably about a $32 profit off of this. Next up was this vintage Norm Thompson multicolor sweater from the 90s. I paid $4 for it at a Goodwill, and I ended up selling for $34, and I made about probably $28, $29 profit off of this. As I said in my previous videos, keep your eye out for any type of older, obscure VHS tapes. The VHS market has boomed now with people grading them. I have my own personal opinion about that, but anyway, there's a lot of stuff that sells for good money. This one particularly is a gatefold cover, which it flips open versus the slide kind where it just pops out of the bottom of the case. This is my personal tape. I have 2 of these, and I sold it for $99. It was kind of beat up, but still $99. It was pure profit. Here's another item to keep your eyes out for. These Bionicle heads and mask slots sold for $29.99. Now, I got these free in a box. A lady was giving away a bunch of vintage toys about 3 years ago, and these were actually mixed in with Legos, and I was like, these don't belong in here, but I set them to the side and completely forgot about them. So they were kind of in my death pile. But I went back and checked them, and I was like, yeah, these actually sell for decent money. So this was all pure profit, but any type of Bionicle, Lego Bionicle stuff will sell. I think maybe about 15 episodes ago, I sold 2 brand new in box Bionicle toys for, I think it was like $150, $250, something like that. But it was a nice price, and I think I only paid like $2 or $3 for them. But always keep your eye out for any type of Bionicle stuff. Up next is this Norm Thompson sweater. This was another sweater I picked up at the same Goodwill store for $3.99, and I took a best offer of $25 on it. So I probably made about an $18 profit on this. Here's another Massacre video DVD. I always say keep your eye out for any type of Massacre video DVDs or VHS tapes because they sell for good money. This one was brand new, and it was called Black Past. It was a German film, and it was from 2016. The actual movie itself, I believe, was like from the 90s. But anyway, this one sold for $79 brand new. And the last item that I sold this week was this Georgia magazine with Donald Trump on the cover from 2000. I still can't believe I found not only one, but two of the same issue in a bin for $1 each. It was insane. I have looked for these for a long time, and I was happy when I found these, especially in decent condition. Anyway, I sold this one, and you'll see in another episode what I sold the other one for, because the other one did sell. But I didn't want to add it to this, so we'll save that for another episode. But like I said, $120, and I definitely made at least $115 profit off of this. Well, that was another fun episode. The yard sale across Florida was pretty cool. I found a lot of interesting items there. I didn't go as far as I wanted to. I actually, for once, got tired out because of all the different yard sales they had. I just basically went one way this way, and there was more yard sales that way. And I just, like I said, it was like 12:30 by the time I got home. I started at like 7 in the morning, if that. So yeah, I was all yard selling out, but I did find a lot of cool stuff. In the upcoming episodes, I do a 3-day box bin yard sale tour, if you want to call it. It's actually at the same place, but they had it for 4 days, and I only went to 3 of the 4 days. Because the 4th day didn't really have anything, but that'll be in my upcoming episode, so stay tuned for that. If you did like this, please hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.